There was a mixed picture in the markets this week with the mega tech-heavy Nasdaq managing moderate gains. This broke the 3-week losing streak. At the same time, the Dow suffered its worst week since June, and both the S&P 500 and the Dow were down for the 4th week in a row. And this is the longest losing streak since August of 2019. Interestingly, if you look away from the glitter of the major indices, the median U.S. stock is in a bear market, down over 20% year to date. But you won't hear that from anybody, will you? And another question, is it just me? Because everything I look at appears in a U shape. Just imagine if you had an idea of the probabilities of where the market may trade, what could you do with that information? Let's take a look at the charts. And we're going to look at two charts today, beginning with the 6-month daily on the VIX using stockcharts.com, and the symbol in the upper left, as you can see, is $VIX. And here in early September, this is the eruption that occurred early September. We calmed down from that point and we bounced off of the 50 MA up to this area here, but there seems to be a top in this level here somewhere around 30 that it doesn't want to go above. I like that. Things are calming down. Definitely from this level here down to here, things are calming down. And you see the same thing in the MACD with the top of the move here in early September and a slightly lower move at this point here. Perhaps we'll go down even further, though the troubling part is we're still above zero, just barely. Now, even if we go below zero, there still can be trouble, and that's what I'm looking at for a longer term perspective. But moving on up here to the top portion of the chart, you can see that the RSI is also near that midline or 50 line. So it can erupt at any point in time, but I do think actually the probabilities are that it will calm down. And again, that's just my suspicion of the probabilities. That's my guess. So now let's go to our charts. And now we're looking at the 1-year daily on the spiders, the SPY, and the close on Friday was 328.73. All right, if you remember, the moves in the VIX basically are the opposite of the moves in the stock indices. So looking here at the spiders, we had a top at that point. So with the upward move, the first upward move in the VIX in early September, this was the first move downward for the market, again in early September. And with the second move in the VIX upward, this was the second move in the stock indice in later September, where we are today. So keep that in mind. The VIX is the opposite of the indices. Moving on down here, we can see that again, this coincides with the first move in the VIX and this in the second move in the VIX. As I told you, the VIX is calming down and so is volume. When the VIX calms down, that means we have the opportunity for a rise in the market. So here looking at the MAC, you can see that the black line or the fast line is trying to bottom here. We're not really sure about that yet because we did have a move here which was unsuccessful. So we're not sure if this is going to be successful. I think it will be, but it's going to take some time, and we're near that zero line, which is good. Moving down here into the histogram, again, matching it up with the VIX, the first move in the VIX, and the second move here, and we're calming down, hopefully continuing to that zero line. So you see more indications of a bottoming process here in the price rate of change. More so in the relative strength. I like that. Very nice pattern starting to develop. Also, the stochastics. This is a reasonable move as well. And then that is also echoed by the Williams. Nice basing pattern. Here you see that maximum bottom at that point. And the more recent move here shows a little bit of improvement, but certainly this line has now moved up and it's going to start chasing up toward that 50 or midline soon enough. back up here to the price chart. So again, I'm still looking for that U-shaped move in the market. I'm thinking that this top here, we have this U-shaped move, a reflection off of that 200 EMA, and then back on up. Hopefully to that level there, or hopefully even higher than that. But really, there's a danger point all the way through here to this point here. So we're going to be watching that with great interest. But again, the probabilities, in my humble opinion, are that we're going to get a reflection and an upward move in the market. So look at your portfolio and plan your moves. And for today, that's ChewDog Charts. Thank you.